Hey, welcome to the stream. So, um, I'm back after another 2. Trying to get myself organized, but I have managed to get a couple of streams along the way, so including a stream of Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo for earlier on in the night, which has been good. So yeah, there've been a couple of other things helping me along the way. There was no Ascent stream last night because all the boys are in Melbourne for the PAX Oz. So for them. So here I am. So I'm gonna try and tackle 6.2 again today. So the second half of 6.2 now. So we'll see how far we go. I don't actually know how much is left of this, but it will be good to get going. So if we can get this done, I can move on and other content. So go. All right. So let's see. So I think we're going to travel. Barbarism. There might be a battle right off the bat, which is good.
You're not the only ones who can ride the wind. Leave these ones to us.
I see to Barbaricia.
Get any warnings about any trials or it's just going to do this little cutscene, and then it'll probably do. That's what normally happens. It is a little glowy thing. Then they go there. They go. It's available. So, all right. So we've got a bit of a battle going. So I don't know how much waiting, but can I even make it in? Go straight off the bat. Get in. I need to move this roll vibrating everywhere. Don't want that, but all good. So I'm actually also using a new control mouse, so it's the new G502X Plus, the wireless one with RGB, of course. So I've mapped out a few buttons and they all work on Final Fantasy, but I just need to see if we're going to have any trouble. I might struggle a little bit with my the rest of the party doesn't want that, but that's
Come.
fine.
Give yourselves to my scouring winds that I may feast upon your essence.
Changed a few things, targeting party, targeting enemy, and all kinds of stuff. So at least I can still click on the screen.
Such rich, exquisite ether. My head shimmers with anticipation.
for it. Yep, definitely wasn't the right spot for that, but... So far, actually, the mess was really complex. Oh, you've really got to know where to stand though, because that was super quick. Super quick. So I'm gonna just have to watch where everyone's standing and just ignore everything else right now. Heals.
My locks are as the wind.
It's good to kind of see a few of these mechanics at the same time. So they're kind of sitting
Strong
in
and free.
the AoE area. Avoid that. So they don't stand behind the cones or anything like that. So that's important. Slowly rezzing everybody.
Try this.
Super quick. I'm a res. Go. Die straight away from that. Get in here. Win. Ah. Okay, so I'm assuming the positioning is going to be different from what
A fair wind blows.
for a long time. Yeah, I'm just going to have to
You feel it too, do you not?
bounce, some kind of avoiding some stuff there. Oh man, bounce so hard.
You've done well, Philosopher. But the battle has only just begun.
Yeah, they're all on this side. Move to where they are. Push it up. Oh, you know what? Hello. I really need to find something that I've not used in a very long time. This one, though. My true north? No.
I'll slaughter you all. Your physical time. I'll make it.
Yeah, this is nutty.
Don't underestimate me.
They've got this. Oh, they knew it. That's good. That was targeted me for the quick res.
Feel my fury! Know your place.
Okay. Down again. More pushback. Yep, of course.
I'll break your apron first.
Okay.
Be gone from my sight.
Stay where they are. Facing me. Yep. And there we go.
The insolence.
Kick out what? Hear this?
Dodge this if you can.
Good battle.
I'll make it quick.
So fun. Getting there though. Saving the break for the sections going on. I'm not going to use it myself. And maybe an element that we the getting.
Don't underestimate me.
What's going on? Definitely.
Feel my fury.
Yeah.
Know your place.
Get out of there. Okay, that got me. Really dead. So
insolence! Dodge this if you can! I'll make it quick.
Looks like they don't need me. I'm not thinking about the last one just now anyway, so there we go. People struggling. Oh, maybe they actually. There we go. It's all done anyway.
No! I will not be denied!
Right. Get out of here. To make this absorbable. Okay, let's go.
There's still time. With more of the dragon's ether, I can yet...
You're finished.
Damn it all!
Double checked on the Memoria. Memoria was in. It was actually in Dissidia Final Fantasy. So that's what I had a feeling that it was. So it's they're crystals you collect in the Dissidia and storyline to unlock more story. Blah blah blah, stuff like that. So
I see you've bested Barbaricia.
it's actually besides
Well done.
Memoria being a location, one of the games. I think was it. I don't think it was 4. It was like.
Her minions too are all crystallized or scattered. The day is ours.
What of my sister? Tell me you learned something about Ashdaya.
It is the only place that I've seen, I think, that it actually is a crystal that you collect. So...
So the Archfiend and her crystal yielded not.
Our efforts have not been entirely fruitless. We have deprived your sister's captor of another powerful champion. With Zero, we may yet challenge Golbez and his minions.
Indeed. We could not have come this far without your aid. Thank you, Zero.
I but fulfilled my part of the bargain. And now I will have my...
Her ether is nearly spent. Perhaps unsurprising given how much power she used.
I wouldn't want to face another Archfiend without her. We should hurry back to Zero's domain.
Agreed. Eager though I am to continue, it would be unwise to risk our lives for the sake of haste. Let us suspend the mission and tend to Zero.
Zero remains unconscious. He is fine, insofar as I can discern, at any rate. Being part void sent, her physiology may be rather different than ours. Let us observe her for a while while we discuss our next. Turn from the void, concern is writ plain upon. But she'll remain this way. Well, then I can say that the ether we can afford, there will be enough to awaken her. Best take us to the source. There she would be guaranteed all she requires. Give her consent, but it seems we have no choice. The alternative would be to leave her here, defenseless. Later desire, we can. Ask you to hold on to Barbarician Memoria. It may yet serve a purpose. What happened to her? You have business with Zero? Do come on, a former minion of Barbaricia. So when she awakes, will you? Minion. Go and find this newcomer. We have something to tell Zero, if nothing else. Indeed. Now I trouble you to join me, Kyo. With luck, we may learn of something of Golbez. Will they go as far as us killing all the fiends in point 2 patch? Guess is the question. Ones who felt Barbaricia. I'll obey, so please let me stay. If you would obey, then tell me what you know of Golbez. There isn't much I can tell. Only the Archfiends are allowed into this domain, wherever it is they know. I see. No better way to guard oneself than keeping one's location secret. How does Golbez communicate with his minions afield? As these scepters, staves, whatever they are, he used them to talk to those far away. Not unlike link pearls, at least in function. That will be all. My thanks for your cooperation. My thanks to you as well for affording me the time. I'm satisfied, so let us rejoin the others and head on. Trust you understand once we leave the 13th, we will not return until we feel prepared to resume our service. Knowing this, are you ready to depart? No reason to stay here at all, really. I don't think there's anything to stay here for right now. Enjoy then, and thence home. little brother texted. It's his birthday today. Xbox chat, so buying some Halo things. He's on the Halo Season Pass at the moment, so...
Ah, you're all safe. Thank the sisters.
We made it out of there.
A moment while I close the gate. There. We may rest easy for now.
Righty.
Was there any trouble? I expect some void scent slipped through.
A few did, aye. But we were ready and dealt with them without incident.
That is well. I cannot thank you enough for your vigilance.
Yes, you're grateful. But aren't you forgetting something more important? You know, the polite but warm formalities one delights in hearing when their little brother returns from a long journey.
That's charming.
Indeed, you are right. It is good to be home again, among those who I love dearly and missed so much.
And we are glad to receive you, Vashan. Welcome home.
Chambers have been prepared for your use at Megaduta. Let us take Zero there at once.
Right, and back we are. Let's see what happens from here. Master live at home. We've been expecting you. If you could follow me, I will show you the guest chamber. Alright. Go to the guest chamber.
Our mission took many an unexpected turn. I am relieved that we have all returned safely. But before you all enjoy the rest you have earned 12 times over, I would consult you on one last matter.
Zero.
While she appears none the worse for wear, she remains locked in slumber, and I cannot help but worry. Is there aught we can do to expedite her recovery? If her ether is exhausted, perhaps I can share some of mine now.
In the wastelands of the 13th, one can only replenish ether by taking it from others, be it by trade or by force. In contrast, the source is rich in ambient ether. Simply being here and drawing breath, Zero will absorb what she needs.
Then we need but wait?
I believe so. She will awaken in time, and when she does, give her something to eat. Judging by her form, she should also be able to derive nourishment from food. I know you promised her your ether, but perhaps she might appreciate fine harnish cuisine more.
Food can certainly be arranged.
She looks like any other person. Unsurprising, perhaps, given that she is only part void-sent.
Zero said before that Xenos had altered her essence. A change wrought, I suspect, with the power of darkness. It acted upon the part of her that is void-sent, rendering it dominant. Thus, we were able to reverse it with the power of light. I labor to believe that Xenos possessed such arcane knowledge. In all likelihood, it came from Fandaniel. Were Zero wholly void-sent, I doubt the crystal would have had an effect on her. One might say that Hydaelyn had a hand in your meeting.
It is no exaggeration to say that Zero has proven herself invaluable. A boon from Hydaelyn herself. Her cooperation may come at a price, but whatever it is, I am willing to pay it. Exhausting though it may be at times.
Alright, next up. World with light and light. No one to remain idle. Never to one to remain idle. Yshkola would. Now, excuse myself. I wish to pay a visit to the High Crucible. While the scales function admirably, it would be prudent to have them inspected for signs of degradation. By all means, I shall do the same for this vessel. Then I'll go and meet with the soldiers, share with them what I learnt fighting void-sent in the 13th. What of you, my friend? Have you any immediate plans? Right. Just say I might go tend to my island. Maybe. Maybe. I wonder if this is... truly, had I known you such interests, I might have entrusted you with development about nearby isles to attract visitors. Sure, I can do them too. At any rate, you should be in no hurry. Might I trouble you with small tasks first? I wish to have food ready for Zero when she awakens. Would you be willing to go to Mairead's Mahan and ask for suitable refreshments? In the meantime, Nidana shall watch over Zero. She is already and en route. Let us each then tend to our respective businesses and convene anon. So that should actually... is that in this area? It could be. But teleport closer to the crystal. Out with my currency at the moment. Yeah, I haven't got a whole lot. Anything with any of that right now. Hey, welcome to Areed's Mahane. Please make yourself comfortable. I guess if this trap has collapsed from hunger. Of course, I would be happy to help. You need only tell me what you desire. Alright, so what have we got here? Your most expensive dish, just for good measure. And light and refreshing, like fruit. Rich and hearty meal, plenty of meat. Modest quantity of the living mortals ate fish. Let's just go the most expensive. Why not? While it can certainly be arranged, I fear it would be too rich for somebody coming out of a long slumber. I recommend something gentle in the stomach, like these apple scales. They're sweet, juicy, and nutritious. Afterwards, once a guest feels better, she'll welcome a sample of whatever else we can provide. Just let me know. Alright, so... Megaduda... Go out here. Teleport. Welcome back. Lest you worry, Mistress Nidana has been taking good care of our guests. Will you be joining him now? Yes. Wake.
Light.
Very long since the night.
Is this an inn? What happened? How did I get here? There's no time. I must rejoin the battle. I must...
Oh, you're awake! Wonderful! Ah! Ah!
What is this? Some sort of fiend?
No,
A fiend?
nasty.
Where is it? Where? But this is no time for jokes. You're in the source, my dear. The world next door, so to speak. The others brought you here after you collapsed. I'll fetch them at once. Wait, just a moment.
I took the liberty of arranging refreshments. I hope you find them as flavorful as they are invigorating.
This isn't what you promised. I suppose ether is ether.
that's one way to...
Wait. Don't tell me you don't know how to eat?
I took what I needed from it. What's the problem?
Where's the enjoyment in that? You're supposed to bite, to chew, to savor, and then swallow. That's the way. So, did it taste good?
I don't know.
The long years without eating may have dulled your sense of taste.
Well, we Voidsent have no need for such when consuming others. There are some who speak of taste when describing the quality and affinity of their prey's ether. But I loathe the act. Taking ether in small amounts like this is one thing, but diluting my essence, diminishing myself, I'd sooner die. And I have died, countless times.
You have? But what happens when you do?
Not much. After a while you return, together with all your expended life force. The important thing is to die where others won't devour you.
Amazing! My peers who study immortality and resurrection would be most interested in this phenomenon.
The question of taste aside, I am glad that you are able to partake of food like us. I dare say it agrees with your personal preferences.
That's true. You can keep giving me the same on a regular basis.
Very well. As my guest, I shall see that you do not want for comfort. And one other thing. We brought you to our world without your consent, and for that, I apologize. If you wish it, we will return you to yours once you have regained your strength.
It's fine. I have no reason to go back.
I like this character.
Except for yours, perhaps. You intend to cross over again, I take it.
I do. I have yet to find my sister. I want nothing more than to rush to her aid, to find this Golbez and free her from his clutches, if he still holds her captive.
Though if our recent experience has taught us anything, 'tis that the 13th is more dangerous than we ever imagined. Caution must be our watchword.
Better late than never. In the short time you spent in our world, you left a trail of chaos in your wake. You managed to return in one piece this time, but don't assume you'll be so lucky the next.
Rest assured, we will make no assumptions and spare no preparation. Speaking of which, while we rest and ready ourselves, I ask that you tell me more about your home. In return, I will tell you about ours. I will show you my domain, Radzet Han.
He dies in this. If she
Again,
doesn't.
a stranger in this strange land. I have a condition. You must come too.
You have my thanks.
What grand adventures. Brimming with ether, feel invigorated, just standing here in the breeze. glad I am to hear it. That, though, is there any place in particular you wish to be? Perhaps where that food came from. Apple, was it? While I don't expect I'll collapse again, it would be good to know where I can feel more if necessary. Reads Mahane, and I shall introduce you to the head waitress accompanying me, so that means I'll travel. So go for a walk. Down this way. Music is really good. I just love hanging out. I might actually need. Yeah, everything's getting a bit low. Don't think I have any food gaining it. Not so far, anyway. So come to me. Go. This is the place. The air is different here, and I speak not of the heat. There's texture to it, a fullness, unlike that of elsewhere. Smell the cooking, I believe. Spanish cuisine is quite fragrant and delicious. Hope you will agree. I have to introduce Zero to Meride herself, but Mihail is more unlikely to be able. Let's go. I'll say their names different every second. The Merides Mihane. Go. Greetings, I may introduce you to Zero. He's an esteemed guest, and I ask that you see the meals during her stay. Yes. Meride has told me all. Please welcome to us. Please come to us whenever you are hungry. We'll look after you. It was here that Kyo obtained the apple. While the place looks, Palace Cook can prepare whatever you desire. Certainly a quick and convenient food. Or remember it. Who are the ones moving their bodies about? Some ritual related to eating. The dancers, they move their bodies to bring pleasure to those who are watching. It is a form of entertainment, our culture. How needlessly complicated. We void-sent prefer simpler pleasures. That may be the way of it now, but your world too must have had complicated versions once. I don't remember. Let us move on. I propose we visit Bajan Bazaar, where goods the world over may be found.
So, what are your impressions of Radzatan?
There's a lot of mortals.
Considering your origin, I can see why that might be your first observation. Though they would call each other people, I think. If you wish to know about our fair city, I should be glad to place a guide at your disposal.
No need. I'll show myself around. There's only so much about my home I can share with you in return, after all. While I remember some few tales of the past, I cannot speak to their authenticity. But if that is enough, then I will tell you of the events that saw darkness engulf our world. The Contra Memoria.
We are all ears. Please.
Long ago, light filled the world and all was at peace. But then the servants of darkness came, and they bequeathed a black art unto men. Channeling the power of hope and prayer, one could call forth fearsome beings known as Eidolons.
The Ascians. And these Eidolons are surely primals.
Then you have faced the same, and understand that when an Eidolon is birthed, strife follows. And in such strife, the weak are the first to suffer. When it seemed the world would be plunged into chaos, heroes appeared. They who were blessed with a singular power. The power to bind the ether of Eidolons within crystals known as Memoria. My mother was one such Memoriate. But in fighting to save many, she herself was touched by darkness. As was I.
And so you were born part Voidsent, before the world was overcome.
How exactly did that calamity come to pass? Did the Memoriates not triumph?
They did. They expunged the seeds of chaos and restored the peace, only to find themselves seduced by the darkness they had sealed. They spread the taint, transforming men into monsters, what you call Voidsent, and raised armies to wage new wars.
Not the first to be corrupted by power, nor the last.
Some defied temptation and held fast to the light. My mother and I among them. For years and years we fought, but it was not enough. And when our strength was spent, our bulwarks broken, so too was the world.
The flood of darkness.
The stars faded from the heavens as a pall black as pitch enveloped creation. Darkness raged unchecked, rending the very walls of reality. I was cast into the rift, and there trapped for what felt like an eternity. Until I came upon a crack. Tiny, infinitesimal, but enough for me to squeeze through. And find my world changed beyond recognition, into the lightless waste you saw.
So that is how you were able to escape becoming a Voidsent in full.
I suppose I should consider myself fortunate. Were I like most others, I wouldn't have lasted a day before being devoured. We, the lost, are better equipped to survive in a lost world.
A lost world, you say? I wouldn't be so sure. The 13th is still there, is it not?
What are you getting at?
To explain requires that we initiate you into the truth of the source and its reflections. Be warned that this will take a while.
Then, unlike the worlds that have been rejoined, mine still...
The Oracle of Light prevented the first from being completely overcome. So the situation may not be completely identical to that of your 13th. But the fact remains that we were able to restore a measure of balance to a world brought to the brink of destruction. Which gives me cause to hope there may be a way to restore light and life to the 13th. Of course, these are only possibilities. I offer no guarantees. But having experienced what we have, I dare say we are more qualified than most to speak on the matter.
Wait, I don't understand. Why would you say these things? As if you mean to... But the sole reason you came to the Void was...
To find a dragon, aye. And in light of what we've seen, we'd be fools to strive for more. But we Scions, former Scions, begging your pardon, have a habit of not leaving well enough alone. And old habits die hard, don't they, my friend?
Restoring the light would serve our efforts to find and free Ashdaya. There is no reason not to try.
Do as you will. I have no desire to save that world.
Be that as it may, we will have need of your power when next we face Voidsent.
You know how it works. If you want my help, you must pay my price. And now that you've drawn Golbez's attention, it's going to cost you more. A lot more. I will consider this a deposit.
First Scarmiglione, and now Barbaricia. Useless, the both of them.
It was no lie. They conspire with a memorial.
And their search for the dragon will lead them here. The war looms nigh. We cannot allow these interlopers to interfere.
If I may, my lord, I have a plan to eliminate them. In order to guarantee its success, however, I will require Cagnazzo's cooperation. Now there's sport to be had, then I'll play along. As much as I dislike following your lead, I have no patience for scheming.
Well and good to have confidence, but do not forget the cost of failure.
Rest assured, I will see the dream to fruition. Even should I be consumed by my own flames, I will pave the way for one and all.
Then I will trust in your...
We will give you cause to rejoice, my lord. This I vow. Ha-ha! Some excitement for a change.
No sacrifice is too great. Even should my 4 archfiends be lost, I will not halt my steps. The prison of passivity is an obstacle to my cause, and so you must fall. What irony that the blessed damned should set us free. As I swore so long ago. The gate lies open. At long last, my ambition shall be fulfilled!